Good morning. Hello, my hair is still very wet, but today we are doing a little bit of a Sunday reset slash get my life together with me slash declutter slash a little bit of everything. Basically, today is the last full day before I am leaving my little home in Sicily. I lived here for about a month, and also today is a Sunday. So today's kind of like an all-in-one. I wanted to first of all do a Sunday reset. I also want to just like declutter a few things because recently I'm so overwhelmed by my digital space because I've decluttered a lot of my physical things when I was moving out, but my digital space is very cluttered. So we're going to be doing some of that as well. And also I'm just prepping for leaving this apartment tomorrow, so I need to pack my stuff, I need to clean this apartment. Honestly, a little bit of everything. So let's start because I have a very long day ahead. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plan out my day because there's kind of 3 different things I'm focusing on today. Like I said, the first part is decluttering my digital space, and I kind of want to do that in the morning because that's the thing I was looking forward to the most, because decluttering honestly is so fun for me, but it just like takes up a lot of time, so I never dedicate time to it. But I feel like I could honestly spend majority of the day doing that. Then it is the 4th of June today, so I want to do first of all a Sunday reflection on my week, but I also want to reflect on May, even though it is the 4th of June, but I'm like, it's not too late. I want to reflect on my month living here, but I'm thinking I'm going to do that in the evening because I want to watch the sunset today. And in general, I'm like a lot more reflective in the evening, so we're going to leave that for the evening. And then also I just have a few tasks to do around the apartment, like starting to pack. I do have some time tomorrow morning to pack, but I want to start packing. I want to clean the apartment a little bit. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to plan out specifically what I'm going to be doing first. But more or less the structure is it's gonna be like I'm doing all the decluttering stuff, and then that's gonna be broken up by me doing a few tasks during the day for like moving out, and then evening time is like reflection time. So I just made my plan. I am so excited to start with the decluttering part because I'm going to be like decluttering websites that I've been meaning to for years. For example, I want to go through my Notion pages because there are so many Notion pages I don't use anymore. I want to go through my Spotify songs because there are hundreds of songs that I have liked that I just don't like anymore. I want to go through my watch later on YouTube. I want to go through all the places I have saved on Google Maps because most of them I don't really want to save anymore. But before we get started with this whole list of things I'm gonna do today, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, SigmaOS. So if you've never heard of SigmaOS, it's basically a new home for your internet. So I've been using it every single day for the past month, and I can never go back to the way I used to use my computer and the internet before, because now all of my tabs, all of my pages are organized in different little workspaces. So for example, I have workspaces for entertainment, travel planning, learning, trading, my routine, so like different meditations I have, different YouTube pages that I use all the time, and also for work. And this is so comfortable because you don't have to like bookmark those pages or open them every single time. If you have pages that you constantly use, you can just have it in a workspace ready for you to use whenever you need it. And another thing I love that you can rename the pages. So for example, the way I rename my pages are just like knee mobility, hip flexor mobility, Joe Dispenza meditations, because otherwise it would be like 361 YouTube. You would not even see what that page is, so you can rename everything to make it easier for you. So you can see that if I go through my workspaces, everything is renamed, so everything looks clean, everything looks organized. Also, you can lock pages that you use all the time and you just want them to stay on there, and whenever you're done with a page, you just mark it as done. Another thing I love, I am a keyboard shortcut lover. So for example, if you just want to do a quick search, you just press Q. If you want to mark a page as done, you just press D. If you want to go into focus mode, you just press F. which by the way, focus mode just hides everything on the screen, so you're literally just focused on the page. I can also quickly open up the split screen and I can choose whatever I need. So this is very useful for whenever I'm studying languages, because I have my Google Translate on one page and I have my other, like whatever I'm learning with, if it's Duolingo, if it's Memorize, whatever, I have the two pages on simultaneously. Also, SigmaOS is WebKit based, which means you get all the performance and security benefits from Safari, but you also get all the amazing tools and extensions from Chrome. Also, you can sync your SigmaOS account across any device, so all your workspaces, all your pages, everything can be synced across any Mac, any device. So if you would like to try out SigmaOS, all the links to download it will be in the description. And yeah, let's get started with the video. We got a lot to do today. I'm very excited. I feel like by the end of the day, I'm gonna feel like a new person. So the thing I'm gonna start with is going through my Google Maps saved. This is such a weird thing to do, but I've been meaning to do this for such a long time. Basically, like, I have all these folders and all these places saved, and half of them, like, I don't even need. Like, I saved 30 places in Valencia, which I don't really need. I'm never really in Valencia. Maybe if I had 1 or 2 places that I really like that I want to save for future, I want to do that. But I have so many places saved all over the world. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these things and see the things I actually want saved and not saved. And also, like, so many things repeat. Like, for example, we have Barcelona tick cafes, then we have Barcelona cafes, then we have fave restaurants, then we have cafes and restaurants. So it's just like a lot of things are repeating. So we're gonna go through this and we're gonna do a big declutter. Okay, so I just went through everything. It's a lot cleaner now. We have it just separated by country, and I have 2 separate Barcelona ones specifically because I was living in Barcelona for a long time and I'm probably gonna go back there in a few years. So I have my favorites, but I also have things I wanted to try. So I wanted to separate that to not get confused. I already like that it's so much more cleaner. Anyway, now we can mark this page as done. And what we're gonna do now is we're probably gonna go through my watch later playlist on YouTube. It's so long and there's so many videos that, first of all, I maybe don't even want to watch anymore. Second of all, maybe I've watched them. And third of all, like, there's just so many videos. So we're gonna go through my watch later playlist, and then I also want to sort out my playlist a little bit. Yeah, like, look how many playlists I have. They're so messy. So we're gonna first go through the watch later playlist, and then we're gonna go through the playlists, because some of these playlists I don't even need anymore. And like, I don't know what some of them mean. Like, why is there replay and then rewatch? Is that not the same thing? We're gonna sort this out because there's a lot and I just will feel lighter in my heart. I don't know how, but that took me like over an hour because I went through my whole watch later playlist. I went through every single playlist I have in general and checked to see if what is in that playlist I actually want it to be in that playlist. So we broke down the playlist. I renamed them, made them better, and yeah, let me show you 1 second. Okay, so as you can see, we have a lot less playlists now. I capitalized all of them. I don't know why. I also, for example, now have 1 playlist for trading lessons. Before, I literally had like 5 different playlists all to do with trading. So I went through every single playlist, and some of them I didn't even have videos that I wanted to watch anymore, so I deleted those. Also, I made a playlist for podcasts, which are not all podcasts. So these are all videos that are kind of long that I wouldn't just probably sit down and watch. I would like listen in the background. So a lot of these videos have been sitting in my watch later playlist for months because I don't know, I can't always find the time where I'm like, oh, I want to listen to this podcast right now because I have my podcast that I like listening to on Spotify, but these ones I always forget about. So I like that it's separate because if I'm ever kind of bored of the podcast I'm listening to right now, or if I want to listen to anything else, I have this playlist and it's not just sitting in my watch later. Because these things have been in my watch later for months, but I didn't want to take them out because I do want to watch them. But now my watch later is a lot more fun videos, like videos that I just want to watch out of interest, not specifically like super educational videos. So all these videos are quite short. We have like 5 minutes, 15, 10. I'm showing you guys the insider look on the things I save in my watch later playlist. They're so random. Like, this is why I stretch every day. Fascia documentary. Anyway, what I think I'm gonna do now before I start eating, because I'm starting to get a little bit hungry, is I want to go through my Netflix list. So the things I have saved on my list, I feel like a lot of them are outdated, things I don't want to see anymore. So I'm gonna go through this list
Then I'm also gonna, there's a way to go into the settings and clear these continue watching things, because sometimes I'll just press on something for 2 seconds. Like for example, this, what is it? For example, Exo Kitty, like I don't really want to watch it, but I just wanted to see one moment of it. So I turned it on and now it's stuck on this continue watching. There's a way to actually get rid of that. So we're gonna declutter the Netflix page now. See, this is what I mean. Like, I wouldn't do this often because these are very not important declutter things, but they're the fun ones. And then after that, we're gonna go into my Spotify and we're gonna go through my liked songs. Last month, my liked songs number was almost at 2,000 and now I have 920 songs. I have been like decluttering a little bit of this every day, but I wanna like finish it today. So I wanna go through every single song. If I don't like it, or if it has super negative lyrics that I don't wanna be singing, or if in general I just don't really have good memories of it, I wanna get rid of it. I wanna go through all my songs. I wanna make sure I like every single one of these songs. Because also sometimes there's another case where you don't really like the song, but you do wanna have it once in a while. But then that's why we have playlists. So my liked songs, I want it specifically to be songs I like love, like I could listen to all the time. So I would say we can cut down this 920 to like 700 at least. Also, I would go through my playlist, but I literally just did this recently. I love my playlist so much.
Okay, so I went through my list and it still looks very long, but these are things I actually want to watch now. And I also added some more things. So I added some Italian, some Spanish TV shows and movies so that I can watch those. So yeah, I went through my Netflix. There's still a lot, but it's renewed. And then I also deleted all the things I was watching that I wasn't watching anymore. So the way to do that is you go into your account settings and then there's a way to like delete your watch history. And if you finished watching a show but it still shows up for you, you just go into delete watch history for that specific show and then it doesn't show up anymore. So yeah, right now it says that I'm not watching anything and it just looks cleaner. So that's what we did. And then Spotify, we got down to 751 songs. I think I can definitely cut it down more, but now it's so much nicer because genuinely when I play music, most of the time I play next on a song, I like almost every single song. There's still a few songs once in a while that I'm like, okay, no, unlike, but it's a lot better. So yeah, we got rid of, I don't know how many I was starting with, but I think I was starting with like 980 or 60. So 200 songs. We did well. But I also ate my breakfast during that time / lunch because I eat kind of late in the day. But I've been on my computer for so long. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start packing. I'm gonna hoover the apartment. I'm gonna do all my laundry. I need to throw out bins. I need to clear out the fridge. I need to clean. I have a lot of things to do. So we're gonna do that. It's very cloudy today, so it's suddenly getting like, it looks dark outside a little bit, but that's what we're gonna do. The day is passing so freaking quickly, but we're doing well. Weather is not it today. I'm going to the beach to like watch the sunset. Don't think I'm gonna see one because it's very overcast. Also, I'm gonna try to open the gate by calling a phone number right now, which I'll explain in a second. But I'm excited to see if it works. I hope it works because it'll make my life much easier tomorrow. Never mind. To explain the situation, basically tomorrow I'm leaving this Airbnb and I was gonna leave the key in the apartment like my Airbnb host told me to do. And basically there's another gate at the front and I was like, how am I gonna open the gate if I leave the keys in the apartment? And she was like, oh, you can just call a number and the gate just automatically opens. And I was trying, but it wasn't working. But I think the gate is just broken because there's so many people at the gate like trying to open it and it's not working. So I'm like, great timing. I'm gonna miss the sunset, I think, because I literally cannot get out, but not good timing. Okay, so I am back home. I did some packing earlier. Well, I haven't actually started packing. I just folded everything. But now we're gonna start packing. And it's getting dark now. I mean, it's dark. And I am trying to declutter more. Because every time I'm packing now, I'm trying to declutter more and more. Like, I want to have the least stuff I can possibly have. I want to know, like, the very core essential things I need. And then build on that once I'm stable in one specific place. But for now, like, I want to be lugging around anything I don't need. So every time I pack, I try to get rid of at least like 1 or 2 things. And so far, like, I think I can get rid of at least like 10 things today, which is crazy. I already have a little thing starting here. And they're heavy things too. They're some of the heaviest things. I'm gonna have more space and more storage in my suitcase. Okay, so I have this dilemma. I have this packing cube full of packing cubes, right? Like, there's a lot of packing cubes in here. And this is what I used to pack. Like, I packed with the packing cubes because it just makes everything so much easier. But I never actually felt how heavy all the packing cubes are together. Like, if you hold one of them, you're like, oh, this is nothing. Like, this doesn't weigh anything. But when you, like, weigh all of them together, I'm like, this is weight. I mean, of course. But at the same time, like, it's a lot heavier than I expected. So I'm kind of like, should I try to pack without packing cubes? Will I regret it? Because I'm gonna throw out my packing cubes? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see. Okay, so I just finished packing and honestly, I think this is the best packing I've ever done. Like, there's a specific system and what goes where, but it's still divided up. I don't even know how to explain it, but I packed very well. Also, I got rid of a good amount of stuff. Like, I haven't really gotten much of any clothes, but like, we have some things here. I decided that I am gonna get rid of these compression cubes because honestly, they're just weight and the compression doesn't do much because now I just packed my suitcase and I didn't even have to compress anything. Everything fits in completely fine. So like, it's not the space for me that was the issue, it was always the weight. So for me, this doesn't make sense because this gives you more space, but it also takes up weight, which is not a lot of weight, but like still, this isn't nothing, you know? So for me, like, I had space, but I didn't have weight. So it doesn't make sense. I also have this bag, which is very cute, but very freaking heavy for what it is. I genuinely don't understand how it's so heavy. And then I have some other things. I have these shoes. I have these shoes that are very cute, but they're very thick, so they're very heavy. And they're also super painful, and I never wear them. So I don't even know why I brought them, because they're super heavy. Literally never wear them. Anyway, I want to do a little bit more of digital decluttering, because honestly, it's fun. Like, I feel so organized when I do that. So I think right now I'm gonna do a little bit more, and also it's like a time for me to chill a little bit. But I feel good. I feel ready tomorrow. Also, like, look, all my things are charging. Everything is ready to go. I'm gonna connect my Kindle to the Wi-Fi now and download some more books because it wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi this whole time. But my bag is packed. Everything is ready. Even though my flight, like, my taxi picks me up tomorrow at almost 2 p.m. Like, I have the whole morning to do this, but I feel good now because that means tomorrow morning I could be a bit more chill. So also, I forgot to show earlier, but I went through a lot of my Instagram saved posts. Couldn't do them all because there was hundreds, but there's just genuinely so many useful things I saved. So what I do when I'm like unsaving saved posts is any useful information that I'm saving the posts for, I write down in like a specific list. Like if it's like a list of places I want to go, I'll add it to my Google Maps, or those type of things. Like I organize into where it's meant to go so that I can unsave the post, because the post has served its purpose, you know? So I do that every once in a while. I'm very active with doing that on TikTok. My TikTok collections are clean, but my Instagram saves, I haven't been through this in years, so couldn't finish it all in one day, but I did it for like a whole hour. What we're gonna do now is go through my Notion pages. I have needed to do this for so long. I have so many old pages that I do not use. I have so many favorited pages that do not have to be favorited. Like my Notion has just been a mess recently, and I just feel like I use Notion every single day, so the fact that it's kind of messy and I don't like look at it right now. Wait, let me show you. Like there's no specific organization. It's so messy. Like I have things that I have here that are also favorited. So I'm gonna play some music. We're gonna go through the Notion boards. This is like an ideal evening for me. Okay, I just finished. It looks so much better. Okay, so first of all, the things in my favorites are not repeated, because I had some things here earlier that were also here. So the things in my favorites are things that I don't want to be separately here, but I want quicker access to right now. Then we have the dashboards here, so this is so much cleaner than it was before. And then I reorganized my dashboard in general, and then I added these little headings to be able to click between the different dashboards. So this is like my home, which is like all of my pages, like the home to all of it. Then I have creation space, which is work, goals dashboard, travel dashboard, and language learning dashboard. I literally have a video for every single one of these, but usually the reason I put it here is because usually I like to have the sidebar closed, so I want to be able to just quickly go between them. No video spoilers, but I also added some more pages here, and also I put a lot of pages in archive because basically I don't like completely deleting every page. If there's info that I'm like I don't need right now, but in the future it's interesting to look back on, I'll put it in archive. If it's something I absolutely do not need, I will delete it. But I mean, Notion keeps it in the trash anyway, but once it's in the trash, it doesn't exist for me. So anyway, I feel good. My house is clean. I'm packed. I had a whole decluttering day. I reflected on my month. I didn't even talk about that, by the way. For me, it's kind of hard to reflect on a whole month because it feels like such a long time frame. And it sounds dumb, but I almost forget what I was like a month ago. And like, I feel like I change a lot very quickly. So me a month ago, not that I was a different person, but it's hard to remember exactly where I was a month ago, not location wise, but like mentally wise. It was a good journaling session. The gate was broken on my way back as well. It was open, but it was staying open, like it wasn't closing, so I wasn't able to test my little calling trick. So tomorrow morning I'm gonna go and try that out, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna tell the Airbnb host. I don't know how I'm gonna get out because I have to leave the keys in this place, and if the call thing doesn't work, I have to ask one of the neighbors, but the neighbors are all Italian, and I'm like, I don't know how to ask you in Italian. My Italian is not that good. Anyway, good night. Thank you for coming with me on this day. Thank you for watching. I love you all. And say goodbye to this apartment because I filmed a lot of vlogs here, and I think this is the last one that's gonna be coming out here. So say goodbye to the bluest apartment I have ever stayed in. Good night. Bye.